What is up, guys? Welcome to another video, and today we've got some more Need for Speed 2015 information. Now, it seems like a lot of retailers on the internet now are starting to upload and post their Need for Speed listings on their website, and a website called game.co.uk, and they're a local retailer in the United Kingdom. They actually posted the product details for Need for Speed, and it's got some pretty interesting stuff that we should talk about. Now, none of this has come directly straight from EA, so you should note this before we go into the video. Things may change, but I'm saying this is a pretty reliable source, and this is almost 99.9% true. Game.co.uk have done this before abroad, I think in Australia for a few games, and and all that kind of stuff. So they are known to doing this kind of stuff early. So I would kind of trust this source. I mean, it's a very reliable source. They've done it in the past, so it makes sense to trust them. Now we're going to go and cover what they've said and go into detail about what this could possibly mean, because from what I'm gathering, canyons could be back, and that's pretty huge. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and talk about the product details. So I'll bring it up on the screen now. You should be able to see it. Yeah, you guys can read, so I won't insult you and read it all, but I'll read through the most interesting points. So it says, discover the nocturnal open world driven by 5 unique ways to play and win in this thrilling reboot of Need for Speed. Carve your own unique path via multiple overlapping stories, gaining reputation on the way to become the ultimate icon. And that is the first paragraph. So we're going to go and talk about that first paragraph first. So, discover the nocturnal open world of urban car culture. That basically tells to me that this game is only going to be set at night. Now, if the game was, set during daytime and stuff, it doesn't make sense for them to use the word nocturnal. Also, obviously, with the trailer we've seen, if they were going to be setting this in the daytime, surely it would have made sense to show that in the trailer instead of just night shots. At least from my point of view, that makes sense. Also, a lot of the screenshots have been at night. I kind of thought one of them was, actually in midday, but I had a lot of comments telling me that it's just artificial light, it's not real light, and that it's at night. So having all of these, screenshots at night, having the trailer at night, it just makes it makes a lot of sense for the game to be featured in in a night basis. Then it says carve your own unique path via multiple overlapping stories. There's going to be more. There's going to be more than one story in the game. That is what via multiple overlapping stories is. So there's going to be multiple stories in the game, and they're going to be going over the same storyline in a way, if you know what I mean. So you're going to have 5 stories, and they're going to cross. So if you guys ever played GTA 4, you'll know that the DLC packs, the Lost and Damned and the Ballad of Gay Tony, they all kind of cross paths. You had you'd cross against Nico in the game, who was the main protagonist, with your protagonist, and their stories kind of cross. A more popular example would obviously be GTA 5, when Michael and Trevor were there. They kind of cross paths in a way, and then create one big story. So either we're going to get that kind of setting where they're all going to create paths and we're going to get one big story, or we're going to have five little stories, or 5 medium length stories, and that's going to go somewhere. Or that's what I mean, because it says 5 unique ways to play and win. Now, unless that means classes, that could mean classes, that could mean stories, that could mean anything. I'm going to say that's stories, because it does say multiple overlapping stories, which isn't just one, it's not 2, it's a lot. And it says 5 right there. So I'm guessing that is kind of, what it means. And then finally, it mentions to go on about how you gain reputation in the game to get to be the ultimate icon. So basically, their reputation is going to be the main goal of the game. You're going to be playing to earn rep, and then the more rep you earn, the more you're going to progress through the game, etc., etc. That's pretty obvious stuff. Okay, so we're going to go on to the key features now. I think this really backs up my point about the story. So firstly, we'll talk about the customization before we get into the story part. So it says build a car that reflects your character through extensive visual and performance customization, stuff that we already knew through the trailer. Visual customization is going to come back, as well as performance customization. We're going to get a trailer next month, which is great, and obviously I'll be covering that on the channel, so make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. So that's really cool. And then obviously we're going to go down to the next point, which is more linked back to the story. So it says 5 unique ways to play: speed, style, build, crew, outlaw, enabling you to earn reputation and ultimately win your way. So, as you guys mentioned earlier on, it says 5 unique stories via multiple overlapping paths. Now, we've got 5 options right here, so obviously there's a bit of grammatical issues here. You know, there's not commas in some places, but I'm going to say speed, style, build, crew, and outlaw are all separate things, because that equals to 5, obviously. Now, are we going to get 5 stories based around speed, style, building, being in a crew, and outlawing? Like, it just makes sense to me. Like, when I'm reading this, it all adds up. You know, it kind of all makes sense. It all adds up. Are we going to get 5 separate stories, including those sections? That is what I'm thinking in my head right now. Obviously earning reputation and then maybe earning it to one big story, you know, kind of similar to how Carbon did it. You know, you could pick which area you wanted to dominate first, then once you've dominated that area, you can go on to beat the big boss Darius at the end. That's what I'm thinking in my head. I could be wrong, you know, that's not confirmed. This is just me speculating right now, analysing the information that we've been given. So this could really go anywhere, but that is what I'm seeing from this piece of information. And then finally, it goes to the West Coast urban setting. Obviously, discover the nocturnal open world of the urban car culture you never knew existed. Ventura Bay is your urban playground from downtown, the harbour, the canyons. The city comes alive when you sleep. So canyons are finally back. We finally get to drift in the canyons. We haven't seen this since Carbon, and I am so happy they are finally coming back in the game. We're going to be able to go from the canyons to, you know, the downtown area, to the harbour, maybe even into a dam. You know, we've got the whole area to explore. Fucking canyons! Woo! We're gonna be able to drift down canyons, guys. This is so huge. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. It seems like the hype is overtaking me right now, and I just can't wait to see what comes of it. So, if you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please hit that like, subscribe. I don't believe anyone else has got a video like this up, so make sure to share around, and I will see you later. Peace.